Your Majesty, the chief guest, right? My fellow graduates, the rector, families, friends, men and women of God. I have been given 5 minutes, and I'm a student of time, so I'll manage them very well. Firstly, we want to thank God for this auspicious occasion. None of us in this room asked for it. And so for Zoe Life to deem that fit, to give this kind of honor, prestige, but also that comes with responsibility, we don't take so lightly. Again, the spirit of this kind of experience, and I must emphasize that very much as I was seated there seeing the names being called, the people that were being celebrated, I was taken aback to the deepest thought that I feel every man should live with in this room, that this is all in the spirit of celebrating common good. Why is this important? When you heard the ambassador emphasize, he emphasized something. He said, this is not bought because we have known of honorary doctorates conferred against how wealthy people are, how powerful they are, how famous they are, but not necessarily established on the foundation of common good. And I'll read us a small story to understand my heart in this. A story is given in the United States of America of a certain company that invented a drug called Daraprim. And because that company perhaps did not have enough to run the program of sending these drugs across, another bigger company came in and bought that company to produce a drug called Daraprim. Those of us who don't know what Daraprim is, it is a life-saving medication to help a rare parasitic condition that results in birth defects in many unborn babies across the world. When this wonderful company bought the rights of the maker of the drug, an emblematic shift happened. Before the buying of that drug, it should have been sold between $13 to $50 per pill. But after that particular company bought the rights of that drug, it sold for $700 a pill. That is an increase of 5,000%. Although what that company did was legal, but it was morally wrong because it was not done in the spirit of common good. That somebody would rather buy a drug that costs $13 a piece and sell the very drug at $750 and deny thousands of babies the opportunities to live a full life or a comfortable life because they need to make 5,000% of that drug. And granted, wherever that man is, he's celebrating that he has given a drug to the world, but common good was conflicted. This is the spirit under which, when we were told, some of us were called on this, many of the things that we seek to emphasize in whatever honor we confer on people, I pray that not only to those that confer, but to us that receive this responsibility, that it's not about the names and titles that we're going to carry, but that the spirit of common good will continue working in the world. And somebody will ask me, what is common good? Common good are values, they are ideals, they are norms shared collectively as a society that carry the deepest conviction of every man, even those who do not know God, that what is right and what is wrong is wrong. This cuts across our political people. It goes into the church because we have a great job to do, and I would thank our wonderful man, Sawabuturo, our father and friend, for fighting these battles that we have had. Thank you very much for preserving this young generation. And as pastors as well, we're taking that responsibility to speak your language in the best way we know how, and the equipment God has given us to do whatever has to be done. Common good can only be attained, sustained, preserved, and undergirded through this one thing, and I pray that all of us aspire for to be true. We might not be the richest, but let us be true. We might not be the most influential, but let us be true. We might not be the most famous, but let us be true. We might not be the most powerful, but let us be true. We might not be the most exposed or educated, but every man and woman here that has been celebrated this day is because there is a grain, there is substance, there's a distinctive mark that spells truth. Thank you for this conferring. We receive it with great honor and responsibility, and on behalf of those that have taken this in the divinity circles. The work is still big, but we believe that God will uphold us, the author and finisher of our faith. God bless you all.